into the limelight as a 17-year-old on Britain's Got Talent. How old do you think you were when you realised you had that voice?
Reporting from our global entertainment desk in Manhattan, we are tracking a series of seismic shifts in the career of the man once dubbed the teenage Pavarotti. Jonathan Antoine, now 30 years old, is reportedly at the center of high-stakes negotiations for a judgeship on a major 2026 talent competition, a move that would represent a historic homecoming for the Britain's Got Talent breakout star. Our investigative team has obtained the strategic roadmap for Antoine's 10,000th chapter, a plan that combines massive financial growth, a permanent relocation to the United States, and a revolutionary project to protect the next generation of vocal talent. Our forensic financial analysis confirms that Jonathan Antoine has successfully bypassed the traditional major label meat grinder to build a self-sustaining musical empire worth an estimated $4 million. Unlike many reality show alumni who see their earnings diluted by predatory contracts, Antoine has achieved total economic sovereignty through his independent label, Loki Records, and a pioneering partnership with the ArtistShare model. This business structure allows him to retain 100% of his intellectual property rights while receiving a significantly higher percentage of income than artists in standard deals.
This financial independence is the engine behind his rumored 2026 judgeship. Antoine is coming to the table not as a performer in need of a platform, but as a seasoned entrepreneur with the capital to fund his own international recording sessions at legendary sites like Abbey Road and United Studios. His digital presence alone has become a massive revenue generator, with a YouTube channel that has surpassed 88 million collective views, bringing in hundreds of thousands of dollars in ad revenue. For the American television networks, this sovereign model is an unprecedented selling point, representing the ultimate success story of a classically trained tenor who conquered the charts while keeping his soul and his bank account entirely under his own command. In a move described by industry insiders as a shifting paradigm, Antoine is currently finalizing his permanent migration from Essex to the heart of the world's media capital, Manhattan. This relocation is a tactical masterstroke designed to anchor his North American operations ahead of a multi-year touring cycle and the rumored talent show judging role. By establishing a permanent headquarters in New York City, Antoine is placing himself in immediate proximity to the power players of Broadway, major television networks, and high-fidelity collaborators like legendary songwriter Diane Warren.
Investigative reports indicate that the logistical costs of this migration are already offset by the massive fundraising demand for his return to the US, where his PBS specials like Going the Distance have served as vital juggernauts for public television. The Manhattan hub will also serve as the base for his mentee sessions, allowing him to operate as a native titan in the US market and bypass the logistical nightmares of transatlantic travel. Fans across the states are already flooding waitlists for his 2026 World Tour, which is being staged out of this new Big Apple Operations Center. The literal heart of Antoine's 2026 financial roadmap is the Legacy Project, a high-stakes initiative designed to mentor up to 30 young singers. Funded by his own sovereign capital, the project aims to provide a sanctuary for emerging artists who feel disenfranchised or atypical in an industry that often demands a prototypical celebrity mold. Our investigation reveals that the Legacy Project will merge Antoine's global tour with intensive vocal masterclasses, utilizing his new Manhattan base and his supporter-funded recording studio in the UK. Mentees will be trained in the technical wizardry of the bel canto tradition, which Antoine continues to master under his revered teacher, Joy Mammon. Mammon has famously claimed that no tenor, past or present, possesses a better top C, and Antoine is sparing no expense to ensure this gold standard of vocal excellence is passed down.
The initiative is designed to professionalize the creative sector for those who don't fit the standard celebrity mold, increasing cultural access and teaching the next generation how to maintain the same creative control that Antoine has fought to protect for over a decade. Investigative data confirms that a massive portion of Antoine's personal resources has been directed toward a physical metamorphosis that critics are calling his vocal athlete transformation. Having lost approximately 120 pounds, 54 kilograms, Antoine has implemented a disciplined 5-pillar lifestyle strategy that emphasizes long-term health and cardiovascular stamina over fleeting aesthetics. He has been remarkably candid about his past shortfall in discipline, admitting that his previous tours in fast food-loving America initially led to a terrible state of health. By committing to a routine of 10,000 steps a day and transitioning to strength training, he has built the endurance required to perform demanding Puccini arias like Nessun Dorma back-to-back on a global stage.
This wellness investment is viewed by his team as an essential business move. His newfound physical power allows for a more dynamic stage presence and the stamina needed for the rigors of a multi-city 2026 tour and long filming days.
Fans in venues like the Fred Kavli Theater have already noted that he looks more refined and confident than ever before, proving that his financial commitment to self-care has yielded a supreme artistic dividend. Perhaps the most significant personal expenditure in Antoine's 2026 roadmap is a major life milestone that leads straight to a wedding altar in New York City. Exclusive investigative data from a honey fund registry has revealed that October 3rd, 2026 is set to be the most historical date in the tenor's personal life, his wedding day. Jonathan Antoine is officially preparing to wed Coretta Rowland in a grand celebration in Manhattan, surrounded by family and friends. This revelation adds a deeply human layer to his 10,000th chapter, signaling a transition into a life of stability and partnership in his new American home. The choice of a New York wedding is a powerful homage to the American market that has embraced his independent spirit. The couple's registry reflects a desire for experiences over material goods, including a dream sabbatical to Japan on the horizon. Industry insiders suggest the ceremony will be a high-production event, potentially reflecting the grandiosity of his operatic roots while maintaining the humble everyman charm that has won him millions of fans worldwide. While his 2026 base is in New York, Antoine's recent global missions have proven that his voice is a borderless commodity.
He was recently treated like absolute royalty in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, where he collaborated with a local choir on a rendition of Country Roads that left a profound mark on his heart. His diplomacy extended to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, where he was one of only 4 world-renowned artists invited to perform a tribute for the legendary composer Omar Khairat, a spectacular event that utilized cutting-edge immersive audio technology. He also performed for one night only at the ancient amphitheater at Ephesus, a historic stage where gladiators once fought. These international dates are strategic maneuvers designed to test and expand his global reach before launching the official 2026 World Tour. His recent collaboration with Belgian tenor Helmut Lotti on Korn Grotto has also dominated classical charts, bonded by their shared experiences with autism. For his US fans, these performances are a promise of the high-caliber production and cultural depth he brings to every show. A fundamental lens through which Antoine views his new life and his 2026 roadmap is his formal autism diagnosis, which he received in 2022, shortly after his 27th birthday. He has described this realization as a relief that finally provided an answer to a lifetime of social isolation and bullying. Antoine famously uses the matrix metaphor to explain perception, encouraging his audience to look through someone else's glasses to foster empathy and self-love.
This openness has struck a deep chord in the United States, where he has become a vocal advocate for those who feel atypical. His role as an advocate is woven into his professional mission, and his literary success with children's books like Jonathan the Porcupine and Jonathan and the Magical Cape serves as proof of his dedication to teaching self-worth to young people. Each note in his 2026 repertoire will be a testament to the victory of the human spirit over adversity, turning a sad and depressed past into a future defined by radical honesty. This unique perspective is exactly what television producers are reportedly seeking for a 2026 judging panel, viewing him as a mentor who can offer authentic, empathetic critique. Beyond the professional rigors of 2026, Antoine's financial roadmap includes a high-level investment in personal peace, a dream honeymoon and sabbatical to Japan. The couple's wish list includes a blend of high-octane modernism and deep historical immersion, from visiting the ancient temples of Kyoto to sampling Japan's world-renowned cuisine. A particularly unique request is for a night at a traditional ryokan, complete with a home-cooked Japanese meal and a sumo tournament experience. This journey is a vital act of self-care for an artist who has spent his career giving temporary respite to others through music.
By stepping away for this period of rejuvenation, Antoine is ensuring that when he returns to launch the major legs of his 2026 World Tour and his rumored television duties, he does so with a global perspective and renewed energy. For the Essex lad who once felt like a reclusive shadow, this trip to Japan represents the ultimate realization of a life where he can finally seize the world with his own hands. Investigative evidence shows that a substantial portion of Antoine's professional capital goes toward maintaining the highest technical standards in vocal recording. He has established a state-of-the-art recording studio on his property near London, where he writes and fine-tunes his work for future recordings. To ensure his wizardry is captured with clinical precision, Antoine uses almost exclusively Neumann microphones, specifically the legendary U67 and U87 models, which he describes as the greatest of all time. This investment in high-fidelity gear allows him to strike a balance between vintage warmth and modern sterility, a sound that is set to define his 2026 projects. His technical rigor is supported by a supporter-funded infrastructure that allows him to experiment freely without the time pressure of a commercial studio. For the US market, which has a supreme taste for high production values, this technical mastery ensures that his 2026 releases, including his work with producer Greg Field, will be captured through a lens of total sonic honesty.
As the unboxing of vinyl test pressings continues and his photo shoot with photographer Simon Fowler concludes, the vision of Antoine's 2026 release cycle is becoming clear. We are witnessing a renaissance of the tenor. His upcoming album, tentatively titled Galleon, or Against All Odds, is expected to feature contemporary tracks that move his style further into the modern age without causing whiplash for his classical bass. The title Galleon is particularly evocative, representing a vessel that is going places and traveling through the water, a fitting metaphor for his transition across the Atlantic to Manhattan. This release is anchored by a choreographic collaboration scheduled for July 2026, signaling a move toward a more dynamic stage presence that could lead to a debut on Broadway or the West End. Jonathan is now a sovereign titan ready to sail into brave new worlds with a symphony of heart and radical independence. 2026 will undoubtedly be remembered as the year the boy with the miracle voice finally found his peace and redefined the talent show judge archetype for a new generation. All financial statistics, tour waitlist metrics, and personal life data are based on investigative estimates and official public records available as of the December 2025 reporting cycle. Official tour dates and the final track list for the 2026 project are subject to final confirmation by Antoine Multimedia Limited.